Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on the topic that your marriage is getting delayed or you are destined to have a late marriage because your soul has some other priorities. So friends, the idea to make a video on this topic actually came from your comments, from your participation, from your inputs only. I recently uploaded this video that what all are the combinations which could be responsible for a delayed marriage. I have also talked on this topic that what could be the combination of a spiritual marriage, of a karma exhaustion marriage. So when you look at the comment section, you find people in two categories. There is one category where people are and they have endured that delay and now they are married, they are happy and they are grateful that this marriage happened at the latter half in their life because they utilized that time in their first half to build some other important areas, to complete or wrap up some other important works which they might not have been able to perform with the responsibilities of marriage. So that is one category of grateful people. In the second category, I will not say that these people are not grateful. It's just like that you are more governed by the norms of the society, the way your mind has been groomed by the society, that life is perfect only if you are married at this age, life is perfect only if you have a house, you have a job at this age. You would not believe, I recently did a reading for a client, looking at her chart. After listening to her standard lifestyle and all, I thought she is very well off, more than most of the people in the society. And even she said this thing that when I socialize, I somehow feel sometimes outshined and complex because there are other people better than me and they flaunt too much. So I mean to say, if you are struck on pleasing the society, you will never be able to be successful on that. So what I'm trying to say that when we talk about these kind of combinations, see, simply put, we already have talked multiple times on the combinations of a delayed marriage, that okay, Ketu could be responsible for that, Saturn could be responsible for that. I've said that many times that Saturn can delay but it never deny, and even the delays being caused by Saturn is for our own good only. But now comes the question that we will dive deeper into it, that okay, yes, we agreed that your marriage is destined to happen little bit late, but why it is happening? So we will focus more on the why. What all are the factors or areas of the life where your soul wants your attention, your priority? So that is what, friends, we will try to understand in this small, concise kind of discussion. Like the way now you would have realized that how much value, significance or importance your comments hold, because they actually act like a primary data. I actually get to know that okay, what exactly is happening in the life of people, what many people are going through, and based on that I try to make more explanatory videos. Because friends, whatever is happening in your life, there is a proper divine plan to it. All what is required is that are you spiritual enough, are you meditative enough to see through that plan through which divinity is working for you. So okay friends, now we will shift to the narration part of understanding all other areas where your soul is prioritizing and because of which marriage has been put on the latter half or section of the life. So okay friends, now we will shift to the narration part of this video. What if your marriage is not delayed but deliberately postponed because your soul has a different priority list? In Jyotish, not every delay is a curse. Some delays are design. Many charts show strong marriage yogas, yet marriage does not happen early. Now comes the question, why? Because the soul is running a different curriculum. This could be dharma first, tapas first, service first, spiritual maturity first, sometimes even family karma repayment first. So friends, this video is for advanced students who are spiritual enough to see through any, you have that intuitive gifts to see through any of the society's built walls and see through the divine plan. So we will decode when marriage delays happen not due to denial but due to priority reallocation of the prarabdha karma. So friends, the very first principle is that delay has multiple layers to it. Most Vedic astrology students treat late marriage like a single category, which is wrong. There are at least four broad category to it. Like this could be delays happening by affliction. Obviously, seventh house is harmed or afflicted, or delay by fear or psychology, which could be Moon and Venus to be afflicted in the chart, or delay by the karma exhaustion, Saturn, debt, marriage patterns. We have talked about that multiple times. But in this video, we will focus on the fourth category, which is delay by dharma priority. So marriage is delayed because the soul must complete another mandate first. So now friends, comes the question that what soul priority means in the Vedic terms. So in the classical Vedic framing, dharma is the ninth house, karma is the 10th house, moksha is the 12th house, and the rana, the debts, we also see from the 6th house and the 12th house excess. So this is a control life sequencing, right? Marriage is a part of like a kama and the grahast. We know that the desires and the grahasti, household duties. But the chart may indicate strong brahmacharya tapas, like celibacy or austerities, or service-based dharma. This could be you owe that to the service, to the society. This could be the moksha side evolution, or this could be the ancestral debt repayment. So the soul pushes, first build the inner spine, first establish your vocation, first complete father-mother karma, first dissolve attachment patterns. Marriage then comes as a maturity reward or a dharma partnership, not just a romantic chase. So friends, now comes the question that the signatures when delay is due to higher priority. So obviously all these categories which I just talked about, this could be the ninth house dominance, like where the dharma, your righteous duties, overrides the karma, your desire. And the key pattern you will see as ninth lord very strong in the D1 chart. Like this could be the ninth lord in the D1 chart is placed in the own house, it is exalted, it is in the kendra, like the angular houses or in the trine houses. Jupiter is very strong and unafflicted. Ninth house is packed or aspected by benefics, or ninth lord is connected to the ascendant or the Atma Karaka. And the interpretation of that is the native is driven by truth, philosophy, higher calling, travel, teachers, scripture, moral alignment. So marriage cannot be casual here. The soul delays until value system stabilizes, mission becomes clear. And the advanced test for this native is if 7th house is fine but 9th house is overpowering, marriage delay can be dharmic. Now comes the question, the second category friends, where 10th house becomes the priority, which means career or the career role must stabilize first. And the general pattern you will see as 10th lord to be strong, forming Raj Yogas, Saturn Jupiter influence on the 10th house, D10 chart stronger than the D9 chart in the early years, or Dasha running for the 10th lord, and the career yogas. The interpretation of that is marriage is delayed because public role is karmically non-negotiable. Marriage comes after status stability. Spouse is chosen through readiness, not loneliness. And the key idea is a career first chart is not unlucky in love, it is scheduled differently. Now friends, the third category could be of the 12th house, the moksha excess dominance. So this is the most misunderstood. The pattern you will see as strong 12th house, 12th lord is very strong, lagna lord in the 12th house, planets in the 12th with benefic strength, Ketu influencing the lagna, 7th house or the 12th house, D20 chart exceptionally strong, spiritual operating system. We see D20 chart as the spiritual operating system, or Atman Karaka in the moksha houses or the moksha signs. So the interpretation of that is the native has solitude karma, inner purification timeline, spiritual maturation before partnership. And marriage often happens, this could be later in the life with spiritual tone or after a dark night of the soul phase. So the important nuances over here are, this is not denial of relationship, it is refining attachment. So love is not used as medicine. Now friends, like one of the category is of the Atma Karaka and the Karakamsha patterns as well. Now the advanced spiritual seeker will connect or correlate over here. If Atma Karaka is strongly connected to the 9th house, 10th house, 12th house, Jupiter, Saturn has involvement over here, and with the moksha signs, like for example, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius tendency. So again, I will repeat, if Atma Karaka, planet with the highest degree in your chart, is connected to the 9th house, 10th house, 12th house, Jupiter, Saturn, with the moksha signs, Pisces, Scorpio, even to an extent Aquarius, then marriage is not the first priority. You have to check the Karakamsha Lagna, 7th from the Karakamsha, Upapada Lagna and its Lord. When Upapada Lagna Lord is intact, but marriage delays, look at the Atma Karaka Dharma load, the Moksha load and the Dasha sequencing. You will get a very clear picture that the soul is demanding or wanting something else. Friends, in this whole discussion we have already agreed. We are not talking about denial. We are just talking about the delays and the positive reasons for that. Now let's say for example another category. If you have to understand the key distinction between Saturn delay versus Saturn discipline. So most people blame Saturn always. In soul priority delay, Saturn behaves differently. Saturn is not breaking marriage, Saturn is training the native. The signs of which are, if a Saturn is very strong, like own sign, exalted, but not afflicting 7th house harshly, or Saturn is connected to the 9th house, 10th house, 12th house, Saturn is giving responsibility, not humiliation. And the general interpretation of that is Saturn becomes tapas, duty, discipline, maturity timeline. Marriage comes when Saturn's training phase ends. Life becomes stable and quiet. And friends, you have to also see the Navamsa for the late bloom signature. Like some D9 chart shows marriage later but better. So D9 chart will show the marriage which is destined to happen a little bit late but for the betterment. And the clues for that are D9 Lagna or the Lord improves with age, like typical Saturn Jupiter influence. Venus is strong in the D9 but activated later by the Dasha, or 7th Lord is in D9, it is strong but time locked, means Dasha is not activating it yet. So the rule is, if D9 is strong but delayed, marriage after maturity can be much better, can be much superior. And friends, if you have to also understand the nakshatra and the karmic psychology as well, you have to see it from the lens of nakshatra and the karmic psychology. So when soul priorities dominate, nakshatra themes often show, like in a way we know that nakshatra like Uttarishadha, or this could be Uttar Bhadrapada or the Shravan, has more to do with the tapas and discipline. When we talk about nakshatras like Satbhisha, Pur Bhadrapada, they have to do more with the solitude and the inner work. When we talk about nakshatras like Dhanistha or the Vishakha, it has more to do with finding your truth, finding your calling, that truth mission. And when we talk about like in certain charts where there is an involvement of the Mula Nakshatra, Ashwini Nakshatra, it has more of the renunciation kind of undertones to it. So friends, Nakshatra reveals the emotional flavor of the delay. It does not always talk about the loneliness, but the inner mission. Why we say this thing, that the influence of the Satbhisha can isolate you, can put you in a shell, can actually cut you off from the society, from the family, because all the major things in the life will only start happening when you have found that truth deep within, after that soul searching. Now friends, comes a question that Dasha. Now why Dasha? So see, marriage can be delayed even with good yogas because the Dasha is not supporting the 7th house, Upapada Lagna and Venus yet. The Dasha is running Dharma, career or the moksha lords first. The theme which is ongoing right now in your life has more of the flavors of prioritizing dharma first, career first, or the moksha first. Because friends, understand it in this way, like the way many people say that the alignment which we have got for this day, for today, when you will be listening to this, there will not be that perfect alignment which will happen again ever in the universe. I mean to say, every day is unique. The opportunity which you can extract every day is different. So it is all interconnected with the kind of transit and the dasha which the God has given to you. You're born with not only a perfect planetary alignments in correlation with the karma, but also with a perfect divine ordained timeline or the dasha sequence as well. So I would say that the common timing pattern is early life. If let's say for example, if like you will see that the 9th house, the 10th house, or the 12th lord dasha dominates, you will see that the timing of the priority being given to the dharma, to the career, to the salvation will prioritize first. And marriage triggers when the 7th lord dasha, antardasha, Venus dasha, antardasha, upapada lord activation generally happens. Like Jupiter transit supports the 7th, upapada lagna, or the Venus. So friends, don't predict marriage from chart promise alone. Predict from the promise, dasha, and the transit trigger. So now comes the question that how to read all of this without any spiritual bypassing, all of that which we have discussed so far. So friends, I never tell people that your soul is evolved just because marriage is late. I always use these objective tests. Like for example, is 7th house reasonably protected? Is Upapada Lagna Lord intact? Or is Venus not severely broken? Are Dharma Moksha indicators genuinely strong? Is the person's life actually mission driven? If yes, soul priority delay is very much valid in your case. Whatever right now you are doing at the cost of, because many times when people book their reading, they ask me, Nipun, I do not know why I am being focused on my career. I'm working 12 hours, 14 hours in my career. I'm already in my mid 30s, late 30s. At this age, I shall be better raising a family or fulfilling my family duties, responsibilities. But this is what you have to understand. Your timing is different. Ask those people who are doing all these things connected to their family, and even after that they are not contented, they are not happy. They might be very happy looking at your life or replacing their life with yours. So I mean to say, everyone has a different divine plan. And in your case, if this is what the case is, like the way, if your 7th house is protected, Upapada Lagna is intact, Venus is not broken, Dharma Moksha indicators are strong, then that means, and your 2nd house, the person's life is actually very mission driven, then the soul priority delay, what we are discussing in this video, is very much valid. But if not, it may be affliction or psychological delay. So this is what you have to understand. There is a very thin line between the delay which is happening, soul is prioritizing other work, and it's not the case of affliction, denial, or psychological delay. So this is a fine distinction which you have to do. Now friends, when we talk about the remedial path, like without fixing the soul, so if delay is due to priorities, remedies are not to force marriage but to align the partnership with dharma. So the practical remedies could be strengthen Venus for relationship harmony, not for the obsession. Strengthen your moon for the receptivity. Upasana aligned to the East Devata, which you get from the D20 chart from the Atma Karaka. Service based remedies which are connected with the Saturn, like helping elderly, discipline, and the seva. And marriage intention sankalpa only when dasha supports it. The key line is, when the soul is ready, it does not chase marriage. Marriage arrives as alignment. So friends, if you're watching this, you are hearing this, and your marriage is late, okay, it does not automatically mean you are cursed, you are rejected by fate, you missed your window. Sometimes it means you are being built for a different kind of union, a union that does not collapse under insecurity, does not distract you from your mission, supports the dharma instead of consuming it. So friends, all what I can say is that, okay, at the end, I want you to give you a cheat sheet of all of that which we have discussed, okay, a summary. So the summary is, sole priority delay likely happens when seventh is not severely broken. Seventh house is not broken, okay. Upapada Lagna is intact. Venus is not destroyed. Ninth house, 10th house, 12th house overpower the chart much stronger than the 7th house. That means the dasha will come of these house lords first, of planets being placed in these houses first. Atma Karaka and Karakamsha show dharma moksha load, and dasha sequencing activates dharma first and marriage later. So it is not sole priority delay when, yeah, we have to also understand that when the way I have been trying hard to make you explain, when it is happening for the good and when it is happening that you are just deluded, you are confused, it is not the sole priority delay. So that generally happens when severe Venus or 7th house affliction dominates. D9 is fractured very badly. Upapada Lagna is heavily afflicted. Mental emotional avoidance is the primary driver, the moon issue. Again friends, at the end, I'm sure that if this video has attracted you towards it, if you are watching this, I'm sure majority of the percentage of people will be in this situation. It might be getting applicable in their case. I will give my case as a case study. My channel started in 2016-17. There have been many like people with whom I was close enough to getting married and all. It does not happen. But why? If you will notice the timeline and the timestamp of my whole channel, my positioning, the kind of level of obsession with which I work in astrology, in spirituality, with my priorities for my own soul evolution. So you can fairly put me in a category where the sole priority, this is a sole priority delay. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, that if, let's say for example, society has groomed you to think in the lines that by this time you have to be married and shouldering your family responsibilities, and you have your passion in something else, you're obsessed with doing something else right now, day and night in your mind, this is the work which is prioritizing in your mind, then that means it is a sole priority, which is something which even the divine wants. This is something for which your soul has taken the birth, and if missed the timelines, if missed prioritizing it in this lifetime, you might have to do that in some other lifetime. It means it will not stop chasing you. So much better do it, perform it with full contentment, and marriage will happen in its own time, because in your case it is not denied, it is delay for a just and a right cause. Okay friends, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For furthermore updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyawad.